it is.
Pigskin Politics, Week 1, Pixo Pain Punishment. So, we put our money where our mouth is. We say, hey, any game we're wrong on, we take a shot. They were working with 80 proof Bird Dog apple-flavored whiskey. That'll be fun.
7 shots for you, 5 shots for me.
I like to pick upsets. Don't worry about the screen, it does that.
Okay.
All right.
I went blank for a second.
Yeah, it's fine. So I think we should first start with one we both got wrong. Bears and Lions. We both picked the Lions.
They should have won.
Yeah, they should have.
Damn it. Like, how do you blow a 23-6 lead
in the fourth quarter? The real bad part about that was they looked pretty well in control. Then, after blowing the lead, they still had time to drive the field. DeAndre Swift had a chance to catch it in the end zone and dropped it.
Dropped a game-winning pass, but it shouldn't have came down to a game-winning touchdown to win that game. Yeah, one more shot for that guy. Use it for good measure.
Yeah, frickin'. Matt Stafford had a good game. People try and say Mitch Trubisky came back well.
Mitch Trubisky looked like crap, dude.
All in all, it just made me feel that Chicago has more talent on that team than the Lions do, but the Lions have a better core by looking at Stafford. That being said, the Bears' defense was the difference maker. Had they allowed even another field goal or two, it would have been over. They made the plays when they needed to. They made the turnovers. Props to the Bears.
They do still have a good defense, but just please fire Matt Patricia, Lions. Like, damn it. Just fire him already. Yeah. Why is he still there?
He's there because he needs to be. They didn't like Jim Caldwell. This is what this.
They didn't like winning, I guess. They just didn't like it. All right, next game.
Next game, we'll roll into one that I got to deal with. Dolphins at Pats. You were reasonable about this. I was a homer.
See, I wasn't, thinking that the Dolphins would lose badly. I didn't think that they didn't have a chance. I just thought first game of the year, Bill Belichick's normally good.
Yep.
They had the element of surprise. No one knew what they were going to do with Cam Newton, and Cam Newton looked okay. I mean, you guys only lost, 21 to 14?
21-11.
So it's not that...
It really wasn't a bad loss. It was a sloppy game. But you can tell Miami had a better run game, better defense. Half the time with Cam Newton, they shut it down, the option.
Yeah.
They allowed not a whole lot of yards, like 140, but the passer rating was pretty good. So it was very streaky. But they brought it back to 3 points in the fourth, and then just the final put-away drive really just ended it.
Yeah.
The Pats went for it when it could have been a field goal. Would have only put them up by 6, but...
It's the first game of the year, man. It's fucking just bad games.
It came down to just Fitz throwing 3 interceptions. It was a sloppy game. Patriots were less sloppy and they won. It's as simple as that.
First game, no preseason, no OTAs. Just expect it.
I honestly think
improve.
I think Miami will improve. What's next? Oh, thank God. Texans Chiefs. We called that one pretty right.
Dude, the Chiefs look good. I don't think anyone picked the Texans to beat the Chiefs. No one's going to beat the Super Bowl champions.
Maybe Texans fans did, and I hope they...
No one... I don't know who picked it, but I feel sorry for you because they mopped the floor at the Texans.
Yeah, 31-7. Final score, 34-20. Made it look closer than it was.
But...
How good are the Chiefs, though? After allowing the Texans to score 1 touchdown, then they scored 31 on... unanswered points. They just didn't care.
No.
Now the Chiefs have a run game too. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. That was a phenomenal showing for a rookie.
The Texans were playing off. They were playing deep and just letting them just eat them alive with the run game, and they never counted for
Well, you can tell they were expecting them to pass heavily on it, but I'm just surprised at the fact they didn't adapt.
They didn't change their defense.
I get it.
It's ball, whatever. But
Patrick Mahomes, but he's gonna mess you up.
The Texans' offense and defense, they did not look good. They were just lacking fundamentals. They couldn't wrap up. They just couldn't tackle.
Yeah, still feel like bad. Houston's a playoff team?
I don't know. I might have been that. I mean, it's just one game, but...
that was probably one of the worst ones.
I just want to see how they look against the Ravens. If it's the same outing, they just get killed, yeah, they're probably not a playoff team.
All right. Let's both of us take a shot again. We both were wrong about this one. We had Eagles over the team formerly known as the Skins.
Who the fuck?
Fucking thought that one?
Seriously. You guys blew a 17-point lead, Eagles. The hell. To like a team everyone thought would possibly one of the worst. I mean, maybe not the worst, but one of the worst. They have a good defense, or good pass rush at least. But
that pass rush demolished Carson Wentz. They had at least 8 sacks.
Yeah.
All
right.
They caught, and that pressure also led to a couple of picks. Straight up, I'm disappointed with the Eagles because they controlled that game. It was one of those ones where it's like, okay, Carson Wentz is under a lot of pressure. You have a 17-point lead. So now maybe run the ball. You don't need to try for more, but those sacks, those interceptions, they put themselves in that position. And
Eagles need to fix their O-line, and Carson Wentz needs to play better.
It makes me think that the Eagles are normally that team that's, not necessarily great, but they're always good. This was eye-opening for me. I think that...
They weren't good last year, though.
No. Well, they were 9-7 in a playoff team, which is what they normally are. They
weren't good, though, last year.
This game really made me think that they're not making the playoffs this year. It was a very, very bad game.
Watch the Redskins, or Washington football team
yeah.
win that division.
Yeah, they're winning it right now. Props to them. Dwayne Haskins actually had a pretty solid game, too.
Yeah, good for you guys.
And wasn't it Logan Thomas as a receiver or runner?
I don't know.
A surprisingly good game from them, especially considering he won all of 3 games last year. But
see what happens next week.
Yeah, good on them. Seattle at Atlanta. We were right on that. We figured... Hey, Seahawks had more talent than the Falcons. I liked the game the Falcons put forth. I thought they could have contended a bit better. A little bit over-aggressive, but I think the Falcons might not be hot trash anymore. The run game was actually there and all that.
They moved the ball. They were gaining yards on the Seahawks. It's just
like
some
500
mistakes.
yards.
Yeah. And Jamal Adams looks like a freaking baller on the Seahawks. He's good, dude.
Yeah.
He's really good. That might elevate them to... further. They could be NFC championship.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're one of my 3 choices. I told you, Jamal Adams and Greg Olsen was all they needed.
Oh, yeah.
Russell Wilson probably had the best performance of any quarterback week
Phenomenal.
1. Only missed all of 4 passes. I'd be surprised if he didn't have a perfect QBR.
I don't know if he did or not, but...
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he did.
150s maybe?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
He crushed it. No picks, 4 touchdowns, over 300 yards passing. It was great. Basically, this one came down to both are pretty good teams, but the visiting team was just a good bit better.
Falcons, they piss me off, but they might be okay this year. I hope so, because every year I pick them to be good, and they end up shitting the bed. So hopefully they turn the corner.
And there's no bad, there's no shame in losing to the Seahawks, even at home. It's fine. So Falcons put forth a good game. What's next? Jets, Bills. Yeah, no, I mean...
Was anyone really expecting the Jets to win? I know Colin Cowherd picked the Jets, and
he's an idiot.
Why?
He really likes Sam Darnold.
I know Sam Darnold might be better than Josh Allen, but the Jets are bad.
Adam Gase.
Top to bottom, their coaching's bad. The Bills, at least the coaches got their shit together.
We have, 2 to 3 videos now talking about how the Jets will not be good and how people need to stop trying to amp them up, and we've yet to be wrong. We've yet to be even 2% wrong. They suck by a very specific metric, and this game was no exception.
Adam Gase is Matt Patricia. Just fire him.
Yeah.
Why is he there?
I mean, straight up, the Bills took a 21-0 lead, allowed a meaningless field goal at halftime, and then coasted the rest of the game, and it was 27-10. They coasted and allowed 7 more points.
The game was over at halftime.
Do you know how sad that is? That team is trash. The Jets may very well be the worst team in the NFL this year. We gave the credit to the football team and the Jaguars, but I kind of want to change my vote at this point to the Jets. I can't, but goddamn, the Jets look bad.
So do the Giants.
Yeah, they did. Who's next? Packers, Vikings. We picked the Packers.
Yay. Don't have to take a shot on that one.
Yeah, no.
Aaron Rodgers played phenomenal. He had a really good game.
I think the Vikings actually kind of shot themselves in the foot more or less for this game. It was 8-7. Then they allowed a touchdown with 40 seconds left in the half. and then they gave the ball right back and allowed another touchdown with 20 seconds left in the half. And by that point, it was kind of trying to catch up.
Okey-doked.
Yeah. But go figure. The Packers always play their divisional opponents well. Doesn't matter where or how. It's the Packers' division to lose at this point.
That and the Vikings don't play divisionals.
They don't.
Well, I don't know
Even
why.
if it's the Bears.
They can have a great team play out of conference and out of division well, but their division, they only win like 2 games.
They legit went 2-4 in their division last year, and I think they finished 10-6.
I don't know why. They have a good team.
They do.
They have a good roster.
Vikings, I'm not as hard on them on this one, just because they kept trying to stay close. Sure, they let the Packers score 43 points, but despite the fact that they shot themselves, they still put up the points. They didn't just lay down and die, and that shows, they're not dead. Yeah, they got
still win like 9-10 games probably.
Yeah. So,
but all right.
Next that's a shot. Raiders Panthers. I should have. My dad was talking about the Raiders on this one. I should have listened to him. It's just I went with the home team, man. I didn't think that was a bad call, but
for a team moving towns and going cross country and playing the Panthers.
As well as they did, too. We did say that would be one of the games of the week.
The Panthers kept it close, though.
Oh, absolutely.
And the Raiders' offense looked good. So
but Jacobs out.
For them.
Jacobs out running back Christian McCaffrey. That was a big part of that game. Yeah. It was really impressive how the Raiders did. Granted, week 1, as we said in our other video, is weird. We don't know if some teams kind of just blew it or what, but I was impressed with how the Panthers worked. They did not look like the 5-11 team they were last year, and neither did the Raiders. Again, it's week 1, but both those teams might be teams to watch, at least periphery of playoff picture looking teams. Oh, yeah, right.
Yes, I could see both those teams being playoff level.
Yeah.
I don't know right now if they will make the playoffs, but they're going to be 8-8 with 7 playoff teams this year. It's possible.
Based off that game alone, they both can. I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers went toe-to-toe with Tampa Bay this week. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders didn't lose by 20 points to the Saints, which is a compliment in and of itself.
Saints look good.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was a great game. Hey, it just took some time, but maybe Gruden's figured out the Raiders, and I think the Panthers are on the up and up. Great game. We did say it would be a good game, though.
Next game.
Oh, God damn it. That's another shot.
Is it the Colts Jags?
God damn it.
Who the hell saw the Jags winning this one? Come on. They sold everything. They got rid of everyone. They had a fire sale. They were getting rid of freaking good players for like nothing.
Yeah.
They gave Calais Campbell away for the 5th round pick. Good job, Jags, though. You proved everyone wrong. You got your 1 win. I don't know how many more wins you'll get, but you won a game. Gardner Minshew played really well.
Minshew magic, man. He had a great game.
19 for 20.
1 missed pass.
Yep.
And Robinson, I don't know if they picked up a running back named Robinson or if it was Allen Robinson, but he was making some great plays. He was vaulting over players on multiple occasions. You want to know what this game literally came down to? Because I honestly, yeah,
God damn it.
I feel like the refs helped the Colts a bit. There were some penalties I didn't like that were called, whatever. But Phillip Rivers, the MVP quarterback, he gave this game away. He had 2 picks that had you not thrown either, they'd had a great chance. Honestly, we knew the Jags' defense was good, but that was before they gave away everyone. I say this one falls on Phillip Rivers, and maybe now we're just overvaluing the Colts.
You know, the Jags actually do still have somewhat of a little bit of talent on the defensive side of the ball. They still have like Miles Jack, and that corner they just drafted, C.J. Henderson, is pretty good so far. He looked good in that game, so maybe the Jags are a little bit better than people thought.
Yeah, maybe not.
I wouldn't
like
overreact
hot
to one
garbage.
game, but they might win like 4 or 5 games.
I'd say not, dude, not hot garbage, but like lukewarm garbage. Better than we thought. You know?
I mean, what happens if they win 5-6 games?
Then they'll, not likely get Trevor Lawrence, but, Minshew, though.
Giants might be the worst
Oh,
team.
God, right. Would they move from Daniel? We'll get there. Next up, Browns-Ravens. At least This was one we should have used as a lock of the week. I don't know why we picked the frickin' Colts.
Because we wanted to save Baltimore for later as a survivor. I don't know why I picked the Colts as a survivor, because I thought they'd be okay with Rivers, but they got... Whatever. I don't care anymore. The Ravens look good. The Browns look bad in that game.
Yeah.
The Browns, it was their first game, no preseason. They just look like shit. Like, straight up, dude. Like, Baker Mayfield was rolling out of clean pockets, and he did not look good. He was making bad decisions. However, just because Thursday Night Football did happen already, and Week 2 kind of started, can we talk about the Bengals game a little bit?
I guess a little bit. It's just...
themselves a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
But it was against the Bengals. They look better. That's how they should play, is running the ball and Baker throwing like 25 times a game. But when Baker throws a lot, it's not good.
Yeah, if we were responsible, we'd run this like Friday night. But, it's hard because we work. So you can't really take all these shots.
A Week 1 recap coming on Saturday, like right before Week 2. It's weird, but bear with us because I don't want to go to work on like Tuesday morning drunk.
Pretty much.
So deal with it.
Pretty much all you said about the Ravens was true. Just the Browns, they kind of were dumb in that game. A little bit overly aggressive. That fake punt on their side of the field at the end of the second drive.
Why, dude? I'm like your 29-yard line. Why?
Whatever.
And then the kicker fumbled, so whatever.
Yeah.
Punter.
The Browns did redeem themselves a bit. I liked their offensive performance, but whatever.
Next game.
Chargers-Bengals. Hey, at least we weren't wrong about this one. We knew the Bengals sucked. Props to Burrow. He had an okay game.
Burrow is legit.
He had a great draw.
Not gonna lie.
2 bad turnovers, but hey, the Chargers, who were also trash last year, came out with the win in that one just because Randy Bullock missed a 30-yard field goal. That was funny.
I'm wondering what the Bengals could possibly be in like a few years if they draft really well. Because Joe Burrow is legit. Like, he had a chance to win that game. It was just a missed field goal at the end.
Yeah,
he
it
had
would have went to overtime.
To beat the Browns. I mean,
well,
not really, but they could have been in that game. But we'll see in a few years. I don't think this year he'll be very good, but maybe next year he gets a lot of wins.
Chargers didn't really impress me in this game. It's just they made the turnovers that they were given. Tyrod Taylor did what he had to do. He just kept the ball moving. More or less, the Chargers just were given some turnovers, and they turned that into not a loss. It's as simple as that. Not a good game by either team, but hey, we picked the right one, so... Buccaneers and Saints. Didn't we say that Tom Brady would have a terrible game?
Yes, and he kind of did.
2 interceptions, 1 a pick six, and both, not one, both were just him missing by a frickin' wide margin. It was hilarious. Tom Brady sucks. He's not terrible, but we said he wasn't going to just immediately fix the Bucs. Granted, the Saints are a pretty good team,
they
but
have continuity, though.
Yeah, but the Bucs just looked all out of sorts. They looked terrible, and it wasn't even as close as the final score.
I didn't watch that whole game, but the Bucs didn't look good.
It was funny.
They'll win this week, I think, though. They'll turn it around. I think they'll beat the Panthers.
Yeah, I picked them over the Panthers, but given how bad the Bucs looked week 1, it's
just one game, though.
Yeah,
it's week 1. And there's
it's
no
cathartic.
There,
it's cathartic because everyone was trying to ride Brady so hard this year. During that game, the announcers were like, "Oh, they must have been out of communication on that route." No, just he missed. He missed so bad.
The announcers do that all the time. Like, there was some miscommunication on this. I'm like, nah, bro, he just missed the pass by like 15 yards.
Yeah, I mean, he could have had a ladder and it would still been overthrown. The Bucs look like trash. The Saints are who we thought they were. One of the better teams. What's the... Oh, shit. All right. Cardinals and Niners. Yeah, that's both of us.
Good job, Cardinals. You beat the Super Bowl losers.
Yeah.
We picked the Niners to win because the Niners are still good.
Honestly, we disrespect the Niners too much. So we picked them, and guess what? We should have just kept disrespecting them.
They got a lot of hype, though. Mainly because of Jimmy Garoppolo. That's why I don't really like him. I don't think he's that good, but...
Shit. That one went down the wrong pipe.
Just cough it out. Come on, it's not Corona.
Okay.
Anyway, Kyler Murray's legit, dude. Kyler Murray
He had a
good.
fucking beautiful run on 23 yards to the end zone.
Are you talking about that one on the right side where he
stuck
the
that
ball
was
out and got a touchdown?
Beautiful.
DeAndre Hopkins is freaking perfect.
Him and Murray had 160 yards between them, I believe. They
151, I think.
They weren't off cue. It didn't take long for them to find a rhythm, given the trade wasn't that long ago.
Dude, watch the Cards make the playoffs, man.
We said they had. We said they were one of the trendy teams this year.
I didn't have them in the playoffs originally, but I said in that video, like, hey, I'm leaving some good teams out that could make the playoffs. The Cardinals, I think they could make the playoffs.
This is one of those games that will have implications later in the year, and it was a great performance by them, top to bottom. God dang. The Niners, honestly, they lost because of Jimmy Garoppolo, if you ask me.
He threw some pretty errant passes.
Yeah, big wide misses.
Some passes that did this.
Didn't he have a chance to take the lead again in the final 2 minutes? And there was one that hit a guy in the hands, and it was just all wounded duck.
They had like a 10-point lead, right?
Yeah,
Niners?
They did.
So
they had a 10-point
props to the
lead.
Cardinals. Good
It
job.
was a great game. My little brother's happy as hell. Cool. Moving on. You don't have to take a shot. I do. Cowboys Rams.
Yep. The Rams, I don't know if they're going to be really good, but they'll be okay.
I thought this was a sloppy game.
It was, dude, most of the games were sloppy. A lot of them in week 1 were sloppy. There was no preseason, so Dak Prescott, god damn it, you look like shit. Dak Prescott's not good, dude.
Yeah. Jared Goff didn't look great either. But like I said, this game was dumb. I only changed my pick because my work partner called me a Cowboy hater. So I changed it to the Cowboys, and now I gotta take this shot. Thanks, Blake. Fuck.
So I just remember the referees trying to screw the Rams over by Jared Goff throwing a pick, but it should have been hands to the face because it was obvious that some guy just smacked him in the helmet, and they didn't call it.
Yeah.
And then the refs try to fuck the Cowboys over at the last play of the game by calling an offensive PI that
honestly shouldn't have been called.
It wasn't a PI.
Jalen Ramsey really sold that. I hope he makes top billing in the movies he's called
So, I mean, you could make an argument that the Cowboys could have won because of that bullcrap PI, but I mean, the refs were helping them out with
at the same time, the Cowboys cost themselves this game. They should have won. They went for it on 4th and 3 from the 12-yard line, when down by 3 with 13 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Goal,
yeah, tie
the game.
That just comes down to stupid coaching. Guess what? Mike McCarthy, the guy that had Aaron Rodgers for 10 years and only took him to 1 Super Bowl, guess what? Maybe he's not good, and there's a reason he wasn't employed.
He had Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. It was a sad showing. It was a bad game, but hey, the Rams won. Went with the... you picked the home team, I did not. But simple as that. 2 Monday night games. Steelers-Giants.
I'm not ready to say the Steelers look really good, but their defense and pass rush look really good against a very bad O-line against the Giants have.
See, that's the thing. Did they look that good, or was it just the Giants?
They look like Hall of Famers against the Giants O-line. But I'm kind of weary about saying they're super good yet. Well, they do have a good defense. But the Giants O-line is trash. Like, Daniel Jones looked pretty good. He, put that team on his back. I feel bad for Daniel Jones with that O-line, dude. It looks so fucking bad. He was pressured on, every single play, but...
Damn near.
Saquon Barkley had, 6 yards. And he had, 2 big scampers.
Yeah, I saw that.
Damn.
Meaning he was losing yardage on a lot of attempts. Daniel Jones put that game on his back. I would arguably say he had a better passing game than Roethlisberger did, dude.
Roethlisberger was... People were saying he looked good, and I don't think he looked that good.
No, I honestly think it was the Giants. And again, it's just...
It's a bad team,
good team.
They're not a good team. I want to see the Steelers play a decent team.
I want to see them play a decent defensive team,
the Broncos have a decent defense.
Oh, yeah, I liked how they did.
We'll see what happens against the Broncos.
But... So, Giants... I mean, if there was ever a team you could have beat on Monday night, it would have been the Steelers, but you made the mistakes you had to. We expected you to. We chose the Steelers.
How did we go from silver to not so silver so quick? Just wait till you stand up.
Ah, fuck. Well, you've had 2 less shots than me.
I've had 5.
Yeah, and I had 7.
Already 7?
Yeah,
Because I'm better at picking games.
This week you were, yes. I went 9-7. You went 11-5. Good job to you.
Yay.
Last game, Titans Broncos. Jesus fucking Christ! Thank God the Titans won that game. I got a couple of Broncos friends that I would rather they not get inflated egos over a game they didn't deserve to be close in.
Titans controlled that game, even though it was a close game. It was 7-7 most of the game, but they were in control.
Steven Gostkowski needs to just be...
He needs to be fired.
Yeah.
He needs to be thrown in a pit.
I get it. He had surgery, hip surgery, but guess what?
Care,
I don't need to...
He was missing close field goals, like not even that far.
He missed the extra point. That was the scariest part.
And then game winner field goal. It's just like, oh my God, game.
Who had the worst game here? Steven Gostkowski or Vic Fangio for fucking keeping all his timeouts? No. See,
I know what yes, he did at the end of the game. And
he left Locke 17 seconds.
And Locke doesn't look bad either.
No,
Locke
he actually
okay.
had a surprisingly good game. Tannehill was efficient, 300 yards in a low-scoring game. Locke looked really well, too. I mean, it was just they kept turning the ball over. He could have used some timeouts
and gave him like 50, 60 seconds at the end.
Yeah.
But he just tried some Locke's deep throw doesn't look that well.
That was, yeah.
He needs to work on his deep ball, but what do you say, man?
Go Titans and Tannehill. You know, there's
they
still
won by more, but their kicker blows.
There's still a premier of the AFC crop, I'd say. You could say, 16 points, I'm impressed. I am, actually, because they should have had 29 or shit. You know? They were owning that game in one of the harder away places to play.
Mile High is a hard place to play.
Yes, especially with no preseason or anything.
God damn, this is a long video.
Yeah, fuck. That's the thing about watching us get drunk. All right, cool. Do we have anything else to add?
We're starting to get drunk.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Cool.
Well,
all right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.